Hey everyone, it's Becky from Book Obsessed Becky. I'm coming at you with a new video this week, and it's been a couple of weeks since I've actually sat in front of a camera because I had recorded ahead of time with my husband on vacation. So I'm a bit nervous, and if you see that my face is red, it's because I've turned the air conditioning off because it makes such a loud noise. But it's like 90 degrees outside with high humidity, so it's getting very warm in this house very quickly. And also, I'm just going to point it out because it makes me feel uncomfortable, and I'm not great with makeup. So the acne on the face, I found some Oreos not too long ago, and the results are the spots on the face. But whatever. So this video is a book shopping video that I did when my husband and I were on vacation. I say vacation like we went somewhere. We didn't go anywhere. We did like a stay vacation, but we went to the bookstore, which is 2 hours away, one way, 2 hours back. So I did some recording, and like a dope, I forgot to record the intro and I forgot to record the outro. So that's what I'm doing now. That's why I've got a different outfit on. That's why my hair looks completely different, and that's why I have zits in this video and not in the other video. But whatever, it is what it is. I picked up 3 books, and I'm very excited about these 3 books. And some of them are absolutely beautiful, but I will show them to you at the end. So I got some clips of like the drive there, when we were there, the downtown of the city, and like a little walk that we did while we were there. And I mean, it was a great time. So I guess let's jump into it, and I will see you back here in a few minutes with the outro. All right, bye for now. All right, so here we are. We just pulled up to the new bookstore, Books A Million. It used to be a Bed Bath & Beyond, but Bed Bath & Beyond went out of business or something, so BAM moved in here and they redid the entire inside of the building. But like I had said, there's no coffee shop in here, so that really sucks, and it's got more of a warehouse feeling than it has like a cozy bookshop feeling. But whatever, it's a bookstore. Sucks that I live so far away from it, but I'm excited to have one that I can get to at least in a day's drive. So yeah, and this book is so beautiful, I couldn't even handle it. I just recently finished that book Funny Story by Emily Henry, and I really enjoyed it. I think it was one of my top books of hers. So that was exciting, and probably it was like my top 3 of her books. The first one was Beach Read, then Book Lovers, and then Funny Story. And then I spotted this book here, The Irish Goodbye, and I thought, oh my goodness, I love this cover. It's so cute. And the title was cute, and then I saw that it said it was a steamy read, so I decided to put that one back. And oh my gosh, Ruthless Vows up there. I love Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows so much. Definitely top books of the year for me so far. Just started reading Sarah J. Maas, and I've only read the first book in the series. I don't even know what the series is called, but it was A Court of Thorns and Roses, I think. And I really enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to carrying on. My favorite, Nora Roberts. Did you see that? I love her. I think she's such a fantastic author. Okay, so Turtles All the Way Down by John Green is probably one of my favorite books ever, and I think everybody should read it. If you know somebody in your life that has OCD, then I think it's a definite read. I'm somebody that suffers with OCD, and when I read Is This Story, I could so relate. It was the most relatable depiction of OCD that I've ever seen in books or on TV, and I know that you can also watch Turtles All the Way Down. It's a new movie that just came out in May, so I think you should give it a shot. My go-to drink is a shaken passion iced tea sweetened if it is hot out, and if it is cold out, I am a London Fog latte with oat milk kind of girl. that was our little book shopping day. We were gone all day. I think we left, I want to say at like 9 or so in the morning. We didn't get home until like 5 o'clock that night, but it was a great time. It was kind of hot that day, but it doesn't matter. It was a fun trip, and I love going into the downtown. I just love walking around that little park. And then we found another little park that you saw with the fountains, and that was kind of fantastic as well. But the bookstore, let's get into that. So I'm reaching down here because my books are down here. Our BAM, the one that I go to, has recently moved. So what you saw was, I think it was the first day that the new location opened, or like the first week or something like that. Either way, it was beautiful. The only like sucky thing about it is it didn't have a cafe in there, which I don't know about anybody else, but a bookstore with a cafe is like perfect in my opinion. But for some reason, BAM didn't put it in this new store, whereas they had it in the last one, so that kind of sucks, but whatever. So I got 3 books here. The first one I'm going to tell you about, and I haven't prepped, so I'm probably going to read the back of the book. But the first one is called Maine, and it's by Courtney Sullivan. And I've never read this author. I know nothing about this author, but it's called Maine. And I'm on the East Coast, Maine, and I was intrigued to read this. So it says, let me see, a ruthless and tender novel about the way love can sometimes redeem even the most contentious of families. Like all first-rate comic fiction, Maine uses humor to examine the truths of the heart in New England and far beyond. That's according to the Washington Post Book World. So it says on the back, for the Kellers, Maine is a place where children run in packs, showers are taken outdoors, and old Irish songs are sung around a piano. As 3 generations of women arrive at the family's beach house, each brings her own hopes and fears. Maggie's a 32-year-old and pregnant, waiting for the perfect moment to tell her imperfect boyfriend the news. Anne-Marie, a Keller by marriage, is channeling her domestic frustrations into a dollhouse obsession and an ill-advised crush. Kathleen, the black sheep, never wanted to set foot in a cottage again, and Alice, the matriarch at the center of it all, would trade every floorboard for a chance to undo the events of one night long ago. So, I don't know, maybe other Mainers do this, but I've never showered outside. I'm just saying. Like, that's not my thing. And it says here, also on the back, that by the time you're through with Maine, you'll be craving a lobster roll and a trip to Kennebunkport. I don't like lobster. Even when I ate meat and seafood, I didn't like lobster. So, we'll see. I know tons of people love it. It's not my thing, but I'm still excited about the book. And I kind of like the cover with the beach. And I like how it feels, like the texture on the book cover. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but if a book is like kind of floppy and it's got that nice texture, I'm totally in. All right, the next one is a cozy fantasy, and I picked this one up. Well, I would have picked it up even if I wasn't part of this book club, but I'm part of a book club and it is going to be our September read, but the cover is beautiful. It's called The Spellshop. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful. And then it's got the purple pages. So I'm going to read you the inside, and hopefully I don't screw up everybody's name, and hopefully I don't come across this word that I've never recognized before because I haven't looked at the inside of it yet. So yeah, here we go. All right, it says, a lush cottagecore tale full of stolen spellbooks, unexpected friendships, sweet jams, and even sweeter love. Okay, so cottagecore and jams, I'm there for it. Oh gosh, this girl's name, I have no idea how to say it. Kayla? I don't know. I'm terrible with names. It doesn't even matter. Anyways, she's always had trouble dealing with people. Thankfully, as a librarian at the Great Library, she and her assistant Kaz, a magically sentient spider plant, have spent the last decade sequestered among the Empire's most precious spell books, preserving their magic for the city's elite. When a revolution begins and the library goes up in flames, she and Kaz flee with all the spell books they can carry and head to a remote island she never thought she'd see again. Her childhood home. Totally skipped her name there. Did you see that? Her childhood home, taking refuge there, she discovers, much of her dismay, a nosy and very handsome neighbor who can't take a hint and keeps showing up day after day to make sure she's fed and to help her fix up her new home. In need of income, she identifies something that even the bakery in town doesn't have: jam. With the help of an old recipe book her parents left and a bit of illegal magic, her cottage garden is soon covered in ripe berries. But magic can do more than make life a little sweeter. So she risks the consequences of using unsanctioned spells and opens the island's first ever and much needed secret spell shop. Like a Hallmark rom-com full of mythical creatures and fueled by cinnamon rolls and magic, the spell shop will heal your heart and feed your soul. Okay, so first off, I loved baked goods, so the cinnamon rolls, I'm there for that. Jam, there for that. Cottagecore vibes, absolutely. And I don't know if you can see, but I have a spider plant here. Granted, they're not, I say they because there's 3 in this pot, and I call them the Graces. And I think it was off of the Spiderwick Chronicles. That's where I got that name from. Anyways, they're not very magical, but I love them just the same. So I'm excited to get into this book. I think it's beautiful. I think it's going to have all the vibes, and I'm pumped for it. And it's my first book by this author, so there's that as well. All right, this last book is a complete impulse buy. I was standing in line at the register, and I just happened to look over, and I was like, oh my, I think I need to look at that. And of course, the lady at the register was super helpful and said how fantastic it's going to be and that I should get it. So, sucker here, I got it. But seriously, wait till you see the freaking cover. All right, it's called The Wren in the Holly Library. This is what it looks like. But this isn't even the most beautiful part. This isn't either, right? Then this is the back. But what's under? Oh my. Oh my. Oh yeah, you probably want to see the inside too, right? I don't know, can you see that? It's kind of fantastic, right? There's the front. Beautiful. Spine. Yes, please. And the back. Gorgeous, right? Okay, so sucker. I don't really know anything about it, but I was sold on the cover. And remember, you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but yeah, my bad on that one. My bad. All right, so the back of the book says, there are legends in our world, tales of beasts and beauties, creatures and stories that would keep you up at night, of monsters born. All those stories you've heard come from a kernel of truth. So the inside flap here says, can you love the dark when you know what it hides? Let me read that again. Can you love the dark when you know what it hides? Some things aren't supposed to exist outside of our imaginations. 13 years ago, monsters emerged from the shadows and plunged... Oh gosh, what is it with these ridiculous names I can't pronounce? Or maybe it's just me, and maybe they're not that ridiculous. Curses? Maybe? I have no idea. World into war of near total destruction. The New York City she knew so well collapsed practically overnight. In the wake of that carnage, the monster treaty was created, a truce of sorts. But tonight, she's a gifted and fearless thief. She'll break that treaty. She'll never enter the Holly Library, not knowing it's the home of a monster. He's charming, quietly alluring, terrifying, but he knows talent when he sees it. It's just a matter of finding her price. Now she's locked into a dangerous bargain with a creature unlike any other. She'll sacrifice her freedom. She'll offer her skills. Together, they'll put their own futures at risk. But he's been playing a game across centuries, and once she joins in, There will be no escape. Yeah. This sounds fantastic, and at the top it says, she broke the monster treaty and he'll make her pay. I'm very excited about this, and I really do love like the cover, especially with the bird on it, but what's under the cover, like the dust jacket, fantastic. So yeah, I mean, how do you resist something this beautiful, even if you don't know what it's about? Or maybe it's just me being an impulse shopper and going crazy in a bookstore. I'm not really sure. Either way, I couldn't leave this one behind. It had to come home with me. So, like I said, it was a good trip. I got 3 books. I'm excited about all 3. And I don't know when I'm going to get to them. Well, I know I'm going to get to this one in September because I have to. It's a book club book. But the other 2, I'm not so sure. I'd like to get to this one before summer's out because there's a chick on the front in a bikini, so I just feel like this one needs to be read in summer, especially where I live where we get snow. I think it'd be kind of weird reading it in the snow, or maybe it would make me long for summer, but at the moment, whew, with this heat, I am not longing for summer, I can tell you that right now. So yeah, that's the whole haul. That's the video. Hopefully everything come together good with the clips. I don't know yet because I'm recording the outro before I've done any editing, so we'll see. But yeah, that's all I've got for you this week. And have you read any of these books? Are you interested in reading any of these books? Let me know if you want down below, and I will catch you all next time.